Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into American history to explore some of its most pivotal figures. We're counting down the top 5 commanders-in-chief whose leadership not only defined their eras, but also shaped the very destiny of the United States. Who do you think will make the list? Let me know your predictions in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoy exploring history's greatest leaders, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you do not miss any of our future videos. It really helps the channel out. Alright, let's get started with our countdown. Kicking off our list at number 5 is a president who steered the nation through one of its most turbulent periods, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Taking office in the depths of the Great Depression, FDR faced a country on its knees. But his leadership wasn't just about economic recovery. As the world spiraled into its second great conflict, Roosevelt's role as commander-in-chief became paramount. He masterfully navigated the complexities of international politics, transforming the United States into the arsenal of democracy. His fireside chats brought a sense of calm and resolve to millions of anxious Americans, uniting the country behind the war effort. Under his command, the American military grew from a modest force into a global powerhouse, fighting across 2 massive theaters of operation, from the beaches of Normandy to the islands of the Pacific. FDR's strategic vision and his ability to inspire a nation were instrumental in securing an Allied victory, fundamentally reshaping America's place on the world stage. Coming in at number 4, we have a figure synonymous with the founding of the nation itself, George Washington. He wasn't just the first president. He was the general who led a ragtag group of colonial militias against the most powerful empire on earth. Washington's leadership during the Revolutionary War is the stuff of legend. He endured brutal winters at Valley Forge, crossed the icy Delaware River for a surprise attack, and held the Continental Army together through sheer force of will when all seemed lost. His resilience and tactical brilliance were the glue that bound the revolution. As commander-in-chief, he understood that the survival of the army meant the survival of the American experiment. After the war, he set the ultimate precedent by voluntarily relinquishing power, establishing the principle of civilian control over the military that remains a cornerstone of American democracy to this day. Washington's legacy isn't just in winning the war. It's in how he defined the role of commander-in-chief for all who would follow. At number 3, we have a man who was a soldier before he was a president, and whose military genius was proven long before he entered the White House, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Ike, as he was affectionately known, was the supreme Allied commander in Europe during World War II. He was the architect of Operation Overlord, the D-Day invasion of Normandy, which was the largest amphibious assault in history. The weight of the free world rested on his shoulders as he made the momentous decision to launch the invasion. His ability to manage the massive multinational coalition, balancing huge egos and competing national interests, was a masterclass in diplomacy and command. As president, he brought that same steady hand to the challenges of the Cold War. He ended the Korean War, managed tensions with the Soviet Union, and established NASA, looking to the future. Eisenhower's deep understanding of military strategy and global politics made him an incredibly effective and respected commander-in-chief, guiding the nation through a perilous new era of nuclear brinkmanship with strength and prudence. Securing the number 2 spot is a president who was thrust into the nation's greatest crisis and emerged as its savior, Abraham Lincoln. When Lincoln took the oath of office, the nation was already fracturing. 7 states had seceded, and the threat of civil war was imminent. Lincoln, a prairie lawyer with limited military experience, had to learn on the job how to be a wartime commander-in-chief. He went through a series of generals before finding Ulysses S. Grant, a commander who shared his vision for total victory. Lincoln was not a passive leader. He was deeply involved in military strategy, poring over maps and telegraphs, and constantly pushing his generals to be more aggressive. His primary goal was always the preservation of the Union. His Emancipation Proclamation transformed the purpose of the war, turning it into a fight for freedom and fundamentally altering the course of American history. Lincoln's unwavering resolve, his strategic acumen, and his profound moral clarity in the face of unimaginable division make him one of the most revered commanders-in-chief of all time. And finally, at our number 1 spot, we have a president who embodied the spirit of American strength and expansion. Theodore Roosevelt. TR was a true force of nature. Before becoming president, he was a New York City police commissioner, a cowboy in the Dakotas, and famously, the leader of the Rough Riders during the Spanish-American War. His charge up San Juan Hill became an iconic moment of American military lore. As president, he carried that same energetic and bold approach to his role as commander-in-chief. His mantra was, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." That big stick was the United States Navy. Roosevelt was a passionate advocate for naval power, and he oversaw a massive expansion and modernization of the fleet. To showcase this newfound American strength, he sent the Great White Fleet on a spectacular journey around the world. This was a masterful stroke of public diplomacy and a clear signal that the United States had arrived as a major global power. Roosevelt's vision and his proactive use of military strength to project American influence set a new course for the nation's foreign policy in the 20th century. And there you have it, our top 5 commanders-in-chief who left an indelible mark on American history. From the revolutionary fields of the 18th century to the global stage of the 20th, these leaders guided the nation through its most defining moments. Of course, history is all about debate and discussion, so I want to hear from you. Who would be in your top 5? Did we miss anyone? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content just like this. We appreciate every single one of you. Until next time, stay curious.